Hey everybody. Okay, so I wanted to make this video, so this is very important. The first thing I want to talk about, there is a 7-year-old girl. She is missing out of Paradise, Texas. Her name is Athena Strand. Okay? 7 years old, missing out of Paradise, Texas. Today is day 2. An Amber Alert has been issued. She went missing Wednesday at 6:40 p.m. was the last time she was seen, on County Road 3573 in Paradise, Texas, from her home. She got into an argument with her stepmom and walked out of the house, and the stepmom figured she'd come back in, and she never came back in. So she called the cops and reported her missing. Her father was not at home. He was on his way to a hunting trip down in South Texas. They do have a Amber Alert issued. So an Amber Alert was issued Thursday afternoon. They've had search dogs, search parties, helicopters. They have currently searched 50 acres and cannot find her. The dogs picked up a scent around her home, and then the trail was lost. Nothing. Also, I wanted to tell you, there were no previous calls to that residence, like from the cops. So the cops have not been called to that residence before. So I just want to put that out there. Craig Johnson is the chief deputy on the case of the Wise County Sheriff's Office. So she walked out after having an argument. She was expected she would come back in, but she never did. Now at 6:40, it would have been dark outside. So we have to keep that in mind. She was not wearing warm clothing. She was in a gray shirt, pants, and boots. And it was 28 degrees the night she went missing. So, they've searched 50 acres, cannot find anything. They've gone to, within 5 miles of the home, they've taken, looked for Ring camera footage or any kind of camera footage, haven't found anything. They are asking that if you live within 20 miles of this road, of her address, if you live 20 miles, they are asking you to go out, walk your property. If you have any barns, fields, try to search your area just to see if you can find anything of anything. She is 7 years old. Now, they don't know if she was abducted. They don't know what's going on right at this moment because today is only day 2. But they are asking for everybody to, don't show up there to search. So, just stand down for now. But they're asking that everybody search their own properties. So, again, her name is Athena Strand. She is 7 years old. She was last seen wearing a gray shirt, pants, and boots. She is missing. I pray that she comes home safe, that they can find her. So please spread this. Get this out there. And again, if you live within 20 miles of this area, please search your property. Look for any signs of anything. If you find anything, or if you have any information, or you know anything about this, please call the Wise County Sheriff's Office at 940-627-5971. This is just happening way too often. It is so sad. No, we don't know what's going on. Like I said, the father wasn't there. The stepmom was the only adult home at the time that this happened. We did not hear from her. We did hear from Athena's aunt, who said that she would not have run off. She would not have done that. So, please, if you know something, if you see something, say something. Okay? All right. Now, on to the next thing. Oh, and I have posted a community post on my community page about her that has her picture there. So if you could please share that, get her face out there. All right. Now I want to talk a little bit about Casey Anthony in her new documentary on Peacock. Now, I told you guys, I don't know, when I did the Casey Anthony video, but I said, I'm like, oh, here she comes again. All right, now, let's go over a little bit of this. Okay, I want to go over a couple of things. All right. Now, it was 31 days before Kaylee was reported missing by her grandmother, not even by her mother. Okay. The documentary said that after years of therapy, Casey felt like she could come out and tell her side of the story. Now, after she got off, not guilty, she had to go into hiding because she was getting death threats. Her lawyers were getting death threats. Anybody that wanted to help her, like that was on her side, was getting death threats. Okay, so anyway, she says that she last saw her daughter in this new documentary. She said she last saw Kaylee on June 16th, 2008. This is Casey's story. Okay? Now, before I tell... No, I'll tell you the story first. Casey's story. So she decided to take a nap with Kaylee in her bed. And she said that Kaylee would have never left the room without her permission, so she thought it would be fine. She remembers being shooken awake by her father, asking where Kaylee was. She looked around and didn't see her. Got up, frantically looking all over the place for her. She said when she came back around to the left side, up to the front porch, there her father was standing with Kaylee in his arms, who was soaking wet. Casey says that at this time, she believes that her daughter was still alive. And Kaylee went missing sometime later that day. That's her story. So she saw her father holding her daughter, who was soaking wet. Casey said she thinks that she was still alive at that time. And then she went missing later that day. Well, wouldn't you have immediately called 911 if you thought your daughter was alive? You would have called 911. Like, what did Casey do after she saw her father standing there holding her daughter, supposedly, right? What did she do? She just says that she went missing sometime later that day. Okay. Casey said she couldn't have drowned in the pool because it was an above-ground pool and the ladder was not in it. And asked why her defense brought that up during trial. She said, well, we couldn't just come to the trial with nothing, so we just floated that idea out there. So you lied on the stand. Can you get perjury or like a mistrial way after the fact, finding out that they lied on the stand? Can you? I don't know. I don't think you can. But you should be able to. Okay, so Casey's story is that she was sexually abused by her father and her brother. Okay? And going between the ages of 8 and 12. Now, going through that, she learned to decompartmentalize so things didn't bother her. So that's why she appeared that she was not grieving her daughter. Her words. Okay? Casey said that she believed Kaylee was still alive, but just missing, until her body was found in December of 2008. Now, during those 31 days before Kaylee was reported missing, Casey was partying it up, clubbing, getting tattoos. Don't even get me started, okay? Okay, now, Casey had 14 years to come up with this sappy, sad story to come back out in society to clear her name. And I'm going to tell you why. Casey tried to start a photography business, and it failed because as soon as people found out her name, nobody wanted anything to do with her. Now she is becoming a PI. She might already be one, but I know she was becoming one. Nobody's going to want to work with her because she's Casey Anthony. So, in the thing, it actually said that this was her chance to come out and tell her story to the next generation. So what I see is that she has businesses or she had a failing business that nobody wanted to touch her. And now she wants to be a PI, but nobody's going to hire her. So she's got to come out, clear her name, get the next generation to suck in her lies and suck in her bullshit and suck in her story. So people think that she is innocent. So she can start working, right? This lady had 14 years to come up with everything that she said during that documentary. She still doesn't know what happened to her daughter. She wants to blame the father. Now, the one thing I will say is I did see a little clip of George, her father, at Kaylee's funeral services, right? And it did sound weird, and I don't know why this was not picked up way back then when this had happened. I don't know why. Nobody had found that before. So I'm going to look into that. But it did appear to be George talking about how he liked the smell of Kaylee's hair, which is a little odd and a little creepy. And how there's nothing like a hug from a child that could get you more excited. Now, George very well could have been he very well could have done that to Casey. He very well could have done that to Kaylee. We don't know that. He could be totally innocent, but he also could be a total freak. But it does not coming out and saying that you were assaulted by your brother and your father. We'll never know if that was true or not. Both the brother and the father deny the allegations. Duh. So we'll never know that for sure. But even if she was, it does not excuse the fact of what she did. Or what she didn't do. She was not there for her daughter. Bottom line. Okay? Don't care what anybody says. That will not change. My mind was not changed when I watched that documentary. All I was thinking, like when I got done, I was like, she had 14 years to come up with this. Do people not see that? So that's just my opinion on that. You guys take it for what it is. Take it for what it's worth. Whatever. But yeah, so that's the stuff that I wanted to share with you. I wanted to make this quick video. You guys, you want to check out that documentary? It's on Peacock. You know, go for it. But Athena Strand, not good. Not a good situation. Scary, scary. So please share her picture. Get it out there. Spread it all over the place. It's still early on in the case. Again, this is day 2. So it's very early on. But something happened to this 7-year-old child. Alright, so keep an eye out. And again, anybody with any information or knows anything or you've heard anything, please call the Wise County Sheriff's Office at 940-627-5971. Okay? Please remember to check everywhere. All of your property if you live within 20 miles of that location. Alright? And Casey, I don't care what you do. You can come out with a million documentaries and my mind will never be changed. You are who you are. You got away with it in this world, but you won't get away with it forever. Eventually, it will come back. God will take care of it. Alright? So, I love you guys. Please hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. If you are not a member, please consider becoming a member. We would love to have you. Anybody that wants to donate, links are all down in the description below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions and keep spreading that light. I'll see you guys later.